My name is Dr. Janette Leal. I am the Director of Psychiatry at Better You. I actually found them as a client looking for ketamine therapy. I was very pleased and surprised with their service. I loved what they offer. I loved the people I got to work with, and I wanted to join them and be part of it. And I reached out and let them know I'm a psychiatrist, and we've been working together ever since. And it's been phenomenal. I love the work Better You does. It's changed a lot of lives. I'm from a background of very academic, research oriented, biological, meaning very medication prescribing psychiatry. So I did hospital psychiatry, inpatient psychiatry, and I saw the sickest people. I also realized in working with the sickest people is that traditional psychiatry doesn't work for everybody. Don't get me wrong, it saves a lot of lives as well. There's a lot of people that do really well. They'll start a SSRI, a medication like sertraline, Prozac, Lexapro, feel a lot better and go on living an easier life. But there's a lot of people that don't respond to that. And that is frustrating as a provider because I want to help and I want them to feel better, which is why they came to me. And so I started looking at what else is out there because the bread and butter psychiatry is not for everybody. I started looking into holistic psychiatry, and that includes everything from lifestyle, diet, like, how do you live your day? How much do you exercise? What are you eating? Do you get enough sleep? To psychedelics. There's a lot of research there. Ketamine is definitely a big one. And for my personal journey, I had been on an antidepressant for many, many years and I wanted to come off of it. And that wasn't easy. So that's how I ended up looking for ketamine. I'm like, well, maybe this can help. And he absolutely did. Now I work with a lot of people that are on the same boat, just on a lot of meds, and they just want to try a different route. I tell people a lot of times the credentials of the therapist matters very little. I find people getting caught up on, are they a PhD, or I don't want to work with a social worker, when in reality that matters very little. You want to find the person that will work with you, that speaks your language, that gets you. I find a lot of frustrated clients saying, I don't want to go to a therapist to tell them every week how my week went. I can do that with my friends. And therapy is definitely supposed to go beyond how your week went. If the first one isn't a good fit, it doesn't mean therapy isn't for you. It means go look for the next person. The best treatment is definitely a combination of both therapy and medicine. That is the gold standard, no question about it. If you're in a really bad place, medication will help you get your head above water so that you can work with a therapist and work on the underlying issues of what's doing that. Medication doesn't fix the cause of your depression, right? It doesn't fix what your mind is doing. It doesn't fix the loops, the repetitive thoughts that you're having that are keeping you depressed. You work through that in therapy. And ketamine can be very helpful. Ketamine helps you rewire your brain. Ketamine is fertilizer for the brain and it helps sprout new synapses, but you have to tell your brain where you want it to go. We're hardwired in a way, and the older you get, the harder the connections get. And ketamine will give you the opportunity to loosen the Velcro a little, but you have to tell your brain now, how do you want to think? If you want to form new connections, what thoughts do you want to have? How do you want to feel? And that's where therapy is really helpful. I tell a lot of people for ketamine therapy, that's where the journaling comes in. Before my own sessions, I will always write down, how do I want to feel? How do I want to think? And if I can tell my brain, now we're going to rewire, what's the new route that we want to create? Otherwise, it's just there open with no place to go. People are very unique. There's no one size fits all treatment, especially for mental health. Our stories are all different. The things that we've been through are different. The ways we react to our life situations, circumstances, and how it affects us is different. Medication doesn't work the same way for everybody. So you have to find the tools that work for you. And I would say, don't get stuck in one thing. Like, oh, I'm already doing therapy or I'm already on a medication. Do all the things because we are very complex. I love the stories of people that are going through life feeling very like, what's the point of all of this? You wake up, you go to work, rinse, repeat, wake up, go to work, rinse, repeat. I've heard a handful of stories of people in a ketamine session feeling connected to something bigger. And it's not necessarily in a religious sense, like connected to a God, but connected to the universe, love from the universe, and feeling a sense of there's a meaning to all of this. And I am not a lost soul walking on planet Earth. Like, there's more to this than I'm able to access every day. And getting getting a renewed sense of hope from that, and sort of just a different attitude on how they go about things that changes everything. It changes your outlook on your day. And that's pretty exciting. There's a lot of people in the company that have a story similar to mine that came from the customer side first and love what we're doing and believe in the mission, which is why it's such a good place to work and to be part of. This was life changing for me. How can I make it happen for other people? It makes my day when I can make someone else's day a little easier. It just makes my day. When I meet with a client and then a month later we meet again and they're just more relaxed and they have a smile on, and I hear people saying, "Why didn't I try this before? Why was I so hesitant?" We find something that works and you want everyone else to experience it. I love the happy stories, which fortunately are more often than not. Don't be reluctant to ask for help and to look for what works. If the first thing doesn't work, look for the next thing. But there is help for everybody out there. If the traditional approach wasn't for you, look for someone else who's looking at it from another angle. There's no need to. It doesn't have to be so hard. It doesn't have to be so heavy. There's sun shining out there for everybody. Give it a try. Like worst case scenario, it doesn't work for you, but you're searching, looking, trying, and there's a good chance that it will.